Hey, good morning. How y'all doing? It is Well Red Beard. It is a damn fine day. Talk about a book. We're here for a book review. We're going to talk about Dead Inside by Chandler Morrison. I did a little short on this, but that's not enough. I needed to talk about it a little bit more just for my sake, just for my ability to put it to bed, so to speak, to put it away. Yeah, it's wild. It's very, very extreme. I feel that it's extreme for extreme's sake. I said that in like some previous like wrap up style type videos. Someone mentioned that it might be satirical, kind of a poke, tongue in cheek, at some of these extreme for extreme sake books out there, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be that way, but so gonna give you a synopsis, talk about a little bit. This shouldn't be too long, but this is one of the first books that I picked up coming out of a slump. A month ago. This was in the bedside table. I had read the first 20 pages of it. I hadn't really gotten very deep into the mm, the dirt of it, I guess. And like I said, it was sitting there. I knew it was supposed to be extreme. I thought it might help pull me out of that slump, and it maybe it helped. I mean, because I'm out of the slump, but I really think it was the next book that I got into after this that did it. But anyway, this is Dead Inside, Chandler Morrison. I will have to take my glasses off so my old eyes can look how tiny that text is. Anyway, this is from Death's Head Press. So, a young hospital security guard with a disturbingly unique taste in women, a maternity doctor with a horrifically unusual appetite. When the two of them meet, they embark on a journey of self discovery while shattering societal norms and engaging in destructively aberrant behavior. As they unwittingly help each other understand a world in which neither of them seems to belong, they begin to realize what it truly means to be alive and that it might not always be a good thing. So, I'm going to cut to the chase here. Um, you've probably heard this if you follow, horror circles, whatever. Again, this book came out years ago. I saw it come out. I saw a lot of maybe negative hype. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people talking about how aberrant is that a good? It's in there. This book was, and I mean, I just didn't pick it up. It didn't really come across my desk at the time. It has since then. So, our main character is into having sex with dead women. He, just so happens, luckily he works in a hospital and has access to a morgue. Also, coincidentally, the morgue is the only place in the hospital where there are no cameras, so he can get down and dirty as much as he wants to. I mean, he works a night shift, like a security guard sort. Not really anybody else around, or not many people around, because he gets to just do his thing. And he meets this maternity doctor who has a taste for babies, cannibalistic taste for babies. Now, in both cases, our male character and our female character, they perform their atrocities on dead subjects. I read a lot of horror, and that puts me in a position to somewhat maybe say that's not as bad. I don't know. I mean, maybe I read too much horror. If I'm in a position to say that all these atrocities are performed against dead things, that it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I need to set some life goals, some parameters to this thing. I don't know. Anyway, so they meet. There's kind of I mean, a love situation there. I mean, now remember, our guy, he doesn't like living women. I mean, like, it's turned off completely. by living women. Even that one. And but there's, a relationship that starts, two people that are, um for lack of a better way of putting it, living a freakish type existence, and they find a bit, I guess, a bit of comfort in the fact that they're not the only one, and that they, you know so there are, you know my wife picked this book up. It was sitting on the counter out there. I do a lot of walking and reading around the house, and picked it up, and she just happened to turn right to a um, a part of the book where their two interests, their two hobbies, kind of collide. Right? Remember what I said. The guy likes to have sex with dead things, and the woman likes to eat dead things. And their two things collide, and that just happened to be the part that my wife picked up and turned to. So that was exciting. Flashback to being in um, high school, early high school, and my mom picking up. I think it was a Dean Koontz book that I was reading. Actually, I know it was a Dean Koontz book I was reading. It was The Vision. I think that particular scene that she found had something to do with menstrual blood. Anyway, that's, yeah. Maybe I need to change. Maybe I gotta stop reading this stuff. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. So there's a collision of their two things, and yes, it culminates in a pretty dramatic scene. If being shocked out of your head is your thing, I mean, it does culminate in this pretty dramatic scene. Uh, So, look, I didn't. I've read some extreme books that um, I found a lot of beauty in the filth, I guess. The one that comes to mind always is Womb by Duncan Rouston. I've read some other, extreme books that, I mean, I've read Survivor by J.F. Gonzalez. I think, is that the right name? Is that the right? I mean, I've read some stuff. Oh, what's his name? Mang, Lucas Mangan. Anyway, I've read some extreme things that, this one felt really like over the top. And again, I don't know if that's kind of like poking fun, or if, this was, I don't know. I mean, how do you tell if someone's poking fun at the genre, or if someone's just pushing the boundaries of the genre? I don't really know, and I'm not here to judge. I read the book. I'm glad I read the book. I won't read it again. It's probably, I mean, I didn't hate it, didn't love it. I'm gonna call it. I thought about 2 stars. I felt that was being prickish a bit. It was better than okay. So I'm gonna say I liked it. I'm gonna call it 3 stars. But this is my first instance of reading Chandler Morrison. So I am interested in seeing what else is out there. I think he's kind of um, I don't know that the rest of his stuff is extreme like this. I think someone told me that it's not. That some of it's more. I mean, it's definitely I think edgy, maybe. But I've got to look into that myself. So if I see some Chandler Morrison, I'm not going to go up to Amazon and buy a bunch, but if it crosses my path, I'd probably be picking it up and checking it out. So yeah, 3 stars. Extreme. If you want to be shocked, if you want to read things that make the dog bark, which it turns my stomach every time the dog barks. It turns my stomach. But this book also turned my stomach. So if that's your thing, yeah, check it out. Dead Inside, Chandler Morrison. Well, Redbeard, we're gonna have a good day here. We're gonna listen to this dog bark all day long, just like every other day. Hope you have a fine day. I hope you're enjoying your books as much as I am. If not, you are reading the wrong damn books.